If you've been following my videos, you know that Argentina has not been the easiest country for me to travel in. Even though it's not really an undeveloped country, it's very developed, but even though it's not a third world country, I'm not sure it's exactly considered to be a fully developed first world country either. But in the time that I've been here, several things have happened. First, my car got robbed. Second, the few days after I arrived, the government devalued the currency by half.
Welcome to SWELLER'S and WELLER'S.
It's very complicated to explain the repercussions of that, and they are kind of varied depending on the scenario. But for me, essentially what it means is that my accommodation was set to double in price from what I had booked at because of the conversion rate, because you book in US dollars here at hotels because they need some sort of stability. If they booked in pesos, they would never survive because the currency, the peso fluctuates in value so much. So anyways, in a complex, convoluted way, the currency devaluation by half was set to double my price of accommodation. It also caused, in a space of 3 weeks, massive price increases. For example, I always like to compare the price of Big Macs around the world. McDonald's, yeah. I mean, I don't eat there often, but it's a good benchmark because McDonald's are pretty much everywhere. So in the space of 3 weeks, the price of a Big Mac combo went up twice for a total of 30% in 3 weeks. So inflation was the second problem while I was here. And the third problem was bus drivers decided to go on strike in Bariloche, making it virtually impossible to get anywhere around the city or outside of the city. My goal was to do a lot of hiking. Virtually impossible. You can certainly start hitchhiking, and I did a few times, but I mean, it just makes it hard. The other thing is, you may or may not have noticed that some of the video I've recorded is a little bit weird looking. And that's because also 3 days after I got robbed, I was hiking and I smashed the protective lens cover of my camera. And sometimes I forget to take it. So my solution now to keep going is to unscrew it and take it off and film with the naked, unprotected lens. That isn't really a problem, but it is kind of dangerous because if I screw up again, I will, instead of smashing a protective lens cover, I will smash or scratch the actual lens of the camera. And if I do that, well, there's no more filming. So it's really critical. I mean, that's why I brought a spare lens cover, and I brought, in fact, an entire spare camera. But, but I don't have that because someone stole it. So, I've been filming with this thing for several years, and I've never done this. But yet, 3 days after my backup camera gets stolen, I smashed this. I mean, it's like 2 strikes within 3 days that are like really harsh blows as far as filming go. So, after my backup got stolen, I was like, okay, it is what it is. I don't have a backup. I can do it. But then this happened, and now it's like, wow, now not only do I not have a backup, but I've smashed the protective lens cover, which is kind of the protection of the actual camera, and now I don't even have that. I just have the naked camera. So I don't know. It is a bit of paranoia because for 20 years I've taken photos, and I've never had a backup camera. It's never even entered my mind. But it's just because this camera now is an action camera. It's for sports and filming extreme adventures like I film. So they have a protective lens cover on it so that, you don't scratch the actual lens. And for good reason, because, stuff like this happens. You smash it. And it saves the camera because you just take it off and you replace it with a new one. Unless you're in a foreign country and you can't buy it, and the backup you so thoughtfully brought along was stolen. So, yeah. Anyways. So that's also happened. So, yeah, the past 3 days have been some of the hardest in 20 years of traveling. Just because I've lost, monetarily, and there's some mental angst because I've been violated. If you've ever been robbed, like someone's entered your house, that's happened to me, and it's the same feeling. It's just like I don't know, you're just violated. It's like people have been in your private space while you were not there, and it's really mentally disturbing. Back to where I started, if you notice that sometimes the video is a little bit weird, because I forget to take this cracked protective lens cover off. I'm just not used to doing that, and sometimes I forget to take it off, and then the video is a bit weird. Hopefully I'll start to remember doing that. I could just you're like, but Sweller, why don't you just leave it off? Well, because then I have the naked lens inside my camera pouch, and that's kind of getting knocked around and things. Like if I'm climbing a mountain or hiking, it's kind of rubbing around in there, and I just don't want to scratch the lens. Just don't want to do that. That would just not be smart. So it's better just to remove it and then put it back on. At least hopefully remove it, because otherwise the video is weird. So anyways, if you notice weird video, that's what it is. So, Sweller, come on, man. Get to the point. What are you saying? What does this all mean for travel in Argentina? Should we not go there? Should we... What should we do? What should we do, Sweller? Well, I don't think any of these reasons are reasons not to come to Argentina. It is a fantastic country, and especially if you're into nature and hiking, it's just really beautiful. And there are some magnificent views if you get up high in the mountains. Just check out my previous videos. It's just jaw-dropping. So I don't think any of these reasons are reasons not to come to Argentina. They are challenges. You should certainly expect volatility is, I think, the best way to put it. When you come here, you just don't know what could happen with the economy, with the prices of goods and services, and you don't know if services will be available. So it's, I guess, a bit risky because things are so volatile here. I found that I've had to adjust and roll with things a little bit more than other countries. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about this video, or even ways you think I can improve going forward. This kind of engagement is absolutely invaluable to small creators like me. Thanks so much. It's kind of strange because it's not a third world country. It's quite developed, but I don't think it's considered, a fully developed first world country either. And it's somewhere in the middle, and it's very volatile, and you just don't know what could happen when you come here. The currency could be devalued, increasing your prices by double. Services could go on strike. Prices could increase, massive inflation all of a sudden. I mean, I don't know. These are just what happened to me. There's probably a lot more things that could happen than I can't even imagine, right? So, anyways, it is a fantastic place to come. It's very beautiful. If you want to come here, you should come here. But the only caution I would say is expect the unexpected. Expect maybe more volatility than in some other countries. And if you set your mindset like that ahead of time, it's probably, I guess, less disappointing or less of a hardship when you get here and stuff does happen. You've kind of said, hey, well, I knew something might happen. I didn't know what, but I just, I knew something would happen. So it is what it is. Come here, enjoy, just be open-minded, chill out, and go with the flow.
Next time on Sweller Van Dweller.
When Argentinians go on a holiday, rational thought and budgeting just goes out the window. What do people wait for here?
For money exchange.
What exactly is this crazy looking busy place? So I've been sitting here, I've been trying to figure out, what does all this mean? Do I continue with my trip? I kind of feel like just going home. I'm just so mentally deflated. If you enjoyed that video, then you should watch this one next. And if you've seen that one, well then you should watch this one. And if you've watched them both, well then, you're one of my top subscribers. And I appreciate you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.